Welcome once again to Noir Alley. I'm your host, Eddie Muller. Today we have another from the depthless trove of Johnny Noirs. This time it's Johnny Angel, made at RKO in 1945. I've already shown Johnny Eager and Johnny O'Clock, so after today, that leaves Johnny Stool Pigeon, Johnny Dark, Johnny Cool, Johnny One Eye, Johnny Rocco, Johnny Gunman, and Johnny Allegro. Another Johnny played by today's star, George Raft. I'm pretty sure Johnny Guitar and Johnny Belinda won't make it into Noir Alley, although you never know about a TV series like Johnny Staccato or neo-noirs like Johnny Mnemonic and Johnny Handsome. In case you're curious, IMDb lists almost 200 films with Johnny in the title. It clearly was a Hollywood thing. The source novel for today's film was called Mr. Angel Comes Aboard, although, yes, the title character is named Johnny. The book was published in 1944, and its author, British-born Charles G. Booth, was by then an established Hollywood writer, providing original stories for The General Died at Dawn, The Magnificent Fraud, and Hurricane Smith. The same year Johnny Angel was made, Booth also penned the film that won him the Best Story Oscar, The House on 92nd Street, a sort of docu-noir based on the true story of the FBI breaking up a Nazi spy ring in 1941. Johnny Angel is also based on a true story, the mysterious case of the U.S. vessel Mary Celeste, found adrift in 1872. Its crew vanished into thin air. At least that incident serves as a premise, because the mystery of the Mary Celeste was never solved. Adapting Booth's story for the screen were two simpatico collaborators, writers Frank Gruber and Steve Fisher. Both had come of age writing for pulp magazines in the Depression, banging out penny-a-word yarns in virtually every genre: westerns, crime, war, and adventure stories. Both hit pay dirt in Hollywood, where their facility with cranking out plots on deadline made them mainstays, writing both B programmers and more prestigious A pictures. Johnny Angel is a cross between the two, as the presence of top-line stars like George Raft and Claire Trevor doesn't camouflage the film's B-movie roots. In fact, studio boss Charles Corner had little interest in the film and handed it off to a first-time producer, William Pereira, who primarily was an architect and production designer. In addition to working on This Gun for Hire, Jane Eyre, and Since You Went Away, Pereira was hired by the Motion Picture Relief Fund to design the Motion Picture Country House, constructed in 1942 to provide a home for indigent movie people. Now, this was one of only two movies Pereira produced in an eclectic career that included designing the Los Angeles International Airport, the Disneyland Hotel, much of Orange County, and the Transamerica Pyramid in San Francisco. For Pereira, recreating New Orleans on the RKO backlot was a piece of cake. After being one of the top stars at Paramount during the 1930s, George Raft was adrift in 1945. He hadn't had a hit in years and was bouncing between studios trying to find projects that suited his suave, tough guy persona. He'd become almost a parody of himself, and the public had seemingly lost interest in his real-life gangster persona. Raft desperately needed a hit to keep his career afloat. Fortunately, he had the good luck to be cast opposite Claire Trevor, whose previous film for RKO, Murder My Sweet, was an unexpected box office hit. Trevor was a fabulous femme fatale in that one, helping establish the archetype for the genre. In Johnny Angel, she essentially plays the same character again, and apparently audiences couldn't get enough. Johnny Angel was the surprise hit of 1945 for RKO. Raft not only revived his career with this film, he found a loyal comrade in director Edwin L. Marin, who would direct another 5 pictures with Raft, most in the same noir vein. Co-starring with Raft and Trevor is Swedish actress Signe Hasso, who had years earlier been signed by RKO and promoted as the next Garbo. But she never made a single picture for the studio. By 1945, she was under contract at MGM and had to be borrowed for this film. Another bright spot in this murky affair is the character of Celestial O'Brien, played by the inimitable Hoagie Carmichael. He snuck this in, including a song written expressly for the film, between his memorable roles in 1944's To Have and Have Not and The Best Years of Our Lives in 1946. There are lots of unique talents involved in this one. Let's see what it all adds up to. Here is Johnny Angel.